Hey folks, it's dinner time, and so I just opened the blinds, turned on the lights, and Scruffy's sitting out behind the table. So he used to sit a lot closer. So yeah, I think there's still something up. He's still bothered by something, doesn't trust me. I don't know what's going on. I'm not expecting a lot tonight. I'm actually not very motivated to go out, to tell you the truth. However, I got the animal gloves tonight, so and saying I wanted to try a couple things with him, so I just want to try it. But yeah, I don't know if this is going to go well. Anyway, since he's there, I need to get some warm clothes on and get his dinner ready and get my shoes on. So I'll be right back. Okay, folks, so I'm going to zoom out here. Okay, so I think it's grilled beef and chicken and some sort of grilled chicken sauce. So that's the fancy feast, mixed in with his Kirkland and Meow Mix kibble. Got chicken skin, rotisserie chicken skin, with a couple of chunks of actual chicken. And I got turkey baby food with gravy. So I have the animal handling gloves. So I'm going to try using them tonight. And I got the brush, the small brush. So I'm going to actually try brushing them if I get the opportunity. So Scruffy came to the door briefly to sniff the food as I was getting more of it. And then as I approached again, he backed off. And so he is really skittish. But he's at least not backed off as far as he has been going, like, back behind the table. So I kind of wish he would, come all the way to the door. So I guess I could tempt him with a little spoon of food. So I'm going to go out and try that. Or I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to scoop him a little bit of the food there. Let's close the screen. Let's see what he does. So I just noticed the kennel door, or the cat carrier door, is open further than I remember it. So he may have been in there again. I don't know why you're so skittish, Scruffy. I've only done nice things for you. He was about to leave, but he only got half the stuff on this one. So, I don't know why you're so scared. So now he's looking at the other food, so that's good. So now we've got a taste of what's coming tonight. Stick around. So he didn't even clean the towel. Messy eater. So I thought a feral cat, so desperate for food, would have cleaned up. There's like 4 chunks next to that spoon. Gonna be good, Scruffy? Gonna be good? So sniff around for more food. There's 4 bits on that spoon there. Or next to the spoon. Okay, I guess if he doesn't come for it, I'll go out there. I'm kind of cold sitting next to this door. It actually warmed up a little bit today, but it's already cooled down. Okay, Scruffy, I'm gonna come out. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the brush. And I did spray the Feliway spray on the brush and the gloves. So I did that about an hour ago or so. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna have to block the camera for a second. Okay, sorry folks, yeah, so he ran back to the post there. So yeah, I'm carrying gloves now, so I got less hands-free. So I'm gonna check his carrier here just to see if he ate the food. And no, he did. He ate everything. He cleaned it. Wow, he really cleaned it. So I'm gonna put some of the wet cat food in there. With the kibble. So I'm gonna give him a little more to entice him to go back in the kennel. Okay. So put that in the back there so he can get that later. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit closed but still a little open so he can try to figure it out. Okay, so in my pocket I also have the cat bath, waterless cat bath. Probably won't use it tonight, but just in case the opportunity arises, I'll bring it out. And so these are my gloves. I already put the Feliway spray on it. So unlikely he's gonna hurt me as long as I wear the gloves. So sorry, I gotta pause the camera here as I get the gloves on. And actually, I think I only need one glove because I'm going to be holding the camera with the glove. So, okay, and then, oh yeah, just for show. Okay, so I got the brush, and so I did spray the Feliway spray, one on the front, or the tip, and then one on each side, and then, yeah, and then 4 sprays, I think, on the glove. So he's maybe going for the kennel. I don't know. So I haven't put the food down yet. So if he wants to go for the kennel, I guess that's okay. So I think that's the bravest I've ever seen him with the kennel. Since yeah, usually he's been extremely skittish towards it. It takes him forever to go in, and usually when he goes in, it's like very quick. He darts in, darts out. So he's still cautious, but if his head is in there, and it's staying in there, so he's. Okay, so I think he's eating. So, made some progress with the kennel. So I'm expecting him to back out very quickly and look at me freaked out, sort of like he's been doing for the past several days. But so far he hasn't, so that's a big improvement. So I may have to reload the kennel with more cat food. He's taking his time. I'm impressed. So he's not quite as far in as I've seen him, so I've seen his butt going a little bit further, so maybe I didn't put the cup further back far enough. I thought I put it against the wall, so I don't know. He might be stretching. So I think last time I saw him, his tail was a little higher up off the ground, and so you could actually slam the gate closed if I actually wanted to try to trap him. That way, I might trap it. I might catch his tail, which would not be good. Though, if I were to try to close it, I think he'd probably panic and probably scoot towards the back, so I'd be able to get the gate closed. But as I said, yeah, that's not my goal. I'm not planning to trap him in the kennel anytime soon. This was like a very long-term thing. If I basically successfully socialized him to a degree where I feel like I could take him to the vet and he'd get some benefit from it, then that would be when I, try to close the gate on him. But I think he'd have to somewhat trust me, and I would be hoping at that point, he would allow me to, close the gate on him to some extent. So I've seen some cat videos where the cat's feeling sick or injured or something, and the cat knows it's sick or injured and actually goes to a human, sometimes a strange human because they're stray or feral cats, and they'll actually just come up to a human and say, "Look, I need help, and I think you can help me," and they will actually let themselves be placed in a carrier. It's really weird, really bizarre. So I was thinking, if things went well with Scruffy, maybe, I would hit that point where he would just let me take him to the vet. I wouldn't have to fight him. But anyone who's been watching, things have been not going well the past couple weeks, and I'm about to probably give up on this project unless we make very good progress in the next 3 days, I'd say. So basically, he's down to 3 cans after tonight. 3 cans of wet cat food. And basically, once I ran out of wet cat food, I don't really want to buy any more because I don't think this is working. so there's no reason to extend the project. He may get a reprieve if my neighbor gives me their extra wet cat food, but I haven't seen them recently, so don't know if I'm going to get that cat food in time or not. And I mean, I could call them or knock on their door or something like that if I really wanted it, but I'd rather just let fate play its hand, because honestly, I've already kind of mentally checked out. I'm not terribly enthusiastic about this project anymore. I'm burned out. Scruffy has really let me down. Okay, so I'm gonna give him the rest of the food here. I don't know how to start, so I think I'm going to put the I don't want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna make a mess on the table there, so I'm separating out all the food. Okay, so I'm gonna start with that, but I'm also gonna offer him some chicken skin first, using the gloves. Hey, Scruffy. 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 Want some chicken skin? So he may be full now. Not that that's supposed to be enough calories. Yeah, I think they're supposed to have several cans a day. Like 3 cans a day. And that was just a spoonful of a small fraction of a can, basically. So, but I don't know. I can't seem to win him over. Scruffy. Chicken skin. So he can bite now. And I won't flinch. So I see him bobbing his head, so usually when he's bobbing his head, I think he's looking at something, usually like food or something, trying to get a better view. Back to grooming. So we're at 17 minutes already. So I didn't really want to spend a lot of time on this. If you saw last night, I had no patience yesterday. And I spent way more time than I wanted to with him. Tonight, I have a little more patience just because of the animal gloves and some of the experiments I want to run. But honestly, I don't really want to spend a lot of time on this, because with him, this can go on for over an hour. I don't really want to go over an hour. So the goal of the cat carrier was actually to give him shelter, because there's a thermal blanket in there, and since it's getting cold, I thought he would appreciate the thermal blanket. And so for those who may not have watched, when I offered him the thermal blanket first before I got the kennel, and he was afraid of the blanket. He completely avoided it, would not step on it. I put food on it, and he was very cautious. Grab the food and get off real quick. He would try to walk around it. He would try to avoid the blanket, and So after I got the kennel, I put the blanket in there, hoping that, well, he has to walk on it to get the food in the kennel, so maybe he'll get used to the blanket. The problem is, he's so skittish that, he's, you know, yeah, it looks like he pulled the cup back. Yeah, he pulled the cup all the way forward, so he doesn't have to go in. With the skin? Looks like he wants the food. Okay, I'm going to put the skin back. I'm going to grab the brush. See the brush? So yeah, he's, I think, scared of the brush. And I couldn't drop the chicken, so it's still dangling from my thumb there. Got stuck to the glove. So I'm gonna try to brush him at an opportune time. So he flinched. So I was hoping the cat pheromone spray would, calm him down. With the chicken. So he's sniffing the thing, so I think he smells the pheromone spray. It's okay. Maybe I should have tried with his head first. So he doesn't seem to be interested in the chicken either, because it's dangling from my thumb. So, yeah, maybe he likes the cat food. And you see the cup there is there. So he finally figured out how to drag the cup forward, which is the smarter thing to do. So it's probably the first smart thing I've seen Scruffy do. Because he's not very smart in general. Chicken skin? Let's look in the ball. Let him move the ball, get his head in. Okay. Starting to brush him. So I actually don't know what side's best. So that side I was using is really soft. So I thought maybe that would be the better side to start with. But this side is not as dense, and I thought maybe it'd be good for the tangles in his backside. But I don't know which side to start with. Because yeah, just getting this to touch him is kind of difficult since he's so skittish. And then, yeah, when I'm not very maneuverable with the glove, so Taming. Very lightly brushing him. For a second there, I thought he was starting to appreciate it. So it's actually getting a few good strokes in. I'm going to try flipping the sides over. So I'm going to try the other side now. So for the kennel, yeah, I might need to figure out a way to lock the cup down further back. Get a heavier bowl, maybe. So I also have baby food, which my plan was to put it on the gloved fingers and let him lick it. But he seems to be pretty enticed by the wet cat food, so that might be overkill for tonight. And yeah, he's not going for the chicken skin for whatever reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so maybe this was a bad idea to try the brush and the glove, but at least tonight. So yeah, if I had more patience and just wanted to draw this out longer, I think it'd be good. But since, yeah, we're kind of at the end of the experiment here, yeah, these types of changes may take more time to work than we have. So, I mean, I can change my mind and keep doing this, but as I said, mentally, I think I'm hitting the end here. And so let me talk about some related things. So you have so the weather actually got nice this afternoon. So the sun actually came out and temperature rose. It was actually pretty nice. So I went out, did a last bike ride for a while. So we're supposed to get rain and starting tomorrow, and I think for at least a couple days. Definitely, yeah. So the high probability tomorrow, and then I think it's like 50-50 the next day, and then I think it's supposed to start. Probability is supposed to go down. But anyway, on my way back, so I was coming home, and as I was approaching my house, I saw one of the gray cats walking down the sidewalk in front of my neighbor's house, and then took a sharp turn into my front yard. And so I thought maybe he was heading for the hole under my gate into my backyard. So basically, I finished getting home, parked my bikes, and then I went on foot to see if I could find the cat. And he was hiding in my garden. And I was trying to get a good look at him to see if his ear was clipped. I didn't get a long enough look to know for sure, but it looked like he was not clipped. He had very long, pointy ears, and I noticed that the people here clipping the ears don't clip them a lot, so it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but just because his ears are so long and pointy, I get the sense he was not clipped, so I'm going to have to probably trap him or something. But anyway, I didn't want him coming back into the backyard, and he was looking at me, and when I was looking at him, trying to figure out, if his ear was clipped, and then he made a run for it. and he instinctively knew to run for that hole into my backyard, and I didn't want him going to my backyard, and so I knew where he was going, so I ran towards the hole, hoping to cut him off because he was in the garden and I was on the sidewalk, and he's fast, but I have an easier path. So it's kind of funny. So I'm running towards the hole, and he sees me. He probably could have made it. All he had to do is basically make a sharp pivot, and duck under the hole, and he'd be in. Instead, I think he panicked and he made a bad decision. So for whatever reason, instead of breaking left, he broke right, jumped, and he body slammed into the fence. And the jump was pretty pathetic. It was like not a jump to clear the fence. It was a jump like right into the bottom of the fence. And what, the kibble? Or the chicken skin? And so he body slammed into the fence and then quickly kind of shook it off, and then he ran back into the garden, and then from the garden he ran into the street, and then I lost sight of him. Unfortunately I didn't have my phone, but that would have been funny to record. And then I saw the white cat was watching from a distance at my neighbor's front yard. And the white cat, it kind of rules the neighborhood in some sense. Not really afraid of anything. So I was able to get not close, but not far either. So I was able to kind of get as close as I could without walking onto the property. And get a good look at the white cat. And yes, the white cat's ear was clipped. So I'll have to deal with. So I don't know what's going on with Scruffy here. So anyway, so I'm thinking I need to close that hole. I don't want more feral cats back here. But if I do that, Scruffy's probably going to get locked out. And so that's one of the considerations I have to decide in the coming days if I abandon this project. Yeah, there's no food down there. So it's either the bowl or the chicken skin. It's so skittish. So at this point, I'm thinking I want to go in, but he keeps exploring, so he keeps coming back, so I shouldn't give up on him yet. I should endure. But yeah, I'm starting to get tired of this, because it's past 30 minutes now, and he's barely eaten. And I still got a big bowl of chicken skin and baby food. Oh, looks like he found another piece. Maybe he spilled some when he tried to pull the cup. I'm actually combing him, and I'm actually getting knots out, so I'm actually surprised he's letting me do this. So this is progress. So unfortunately the chicken fell off my yeah, so I was getting a knot there, but that was actually progress. Because he let me do it, and I was hitting knots and stuff, so yeah, he was tolerating some stress on his fur. So I'm actually impressed. And yeah, I dropped some of the chicken. Some of the chicken skin dropped from my thumb. It got unstuck, and so it landed on his fur. So he's going to be looking that off later. So I'm trying to let him get close without scaring him. So here we go. Ran off. So I'm going to offer him another piece of chicken. Some chicken skin. So that's all nasty on my glove. Let me see if I look it. It's interesting that he liked that piece of chicken skin but not the first one. So that second one had a lot more fat on it, so maybe that's the key. So I think he's looking. I wasn't sure if he's biting or looking. So I think the gloves are doing the job. He bit there. No biting. Be a good cat. Try the baby food. Okay, so I dipped my finger in baby food. So that's turkey with gravy. See if he likes that. So see if I can pet him with my thumb, but I don't have enough flexibility. Oh, maybe I do. I don't want to scare him, but yeah, he's moved out of range. Nice back in range. Doesn't seem to mind. He's starting to bite there. Nice looking. No, he's chomping there. I'm gonna grab another piece of chicken skin. Okay, so I think the gloves are working well, and he's not afraid of the gloves anymore. So I'm gonna grab the brush. Doesn't like the brush still. So if I dip the brush in baby food, we accept it. Okay, I'm brushing him. Trying to get his back because the back is so bad. It's just a brush. Makes you look pretty. It's for grooming. You groom yourself so much, you think you'd like it. I'm gonna flip sides again. So I got some of the tighter knots out, so maybe the softer side would be nicer now. Yeah, you're looking good, Scruffy. Better than you normally do. At least in the back. Looking sharp, Scruffy. I think he's actually letting me groom him. Do his tail. He actually let me comb his tail a little bit before he left. So this is the type of progress I've been hoping for. So you might have lucked out, Scruffy. You might actually continue this project, depending on how things go in the next 3 days. So I don't know if the cat pheromone's helping or not. So I might have to spray it again tomorrow, just to be safe. Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind the brush that much. All things considered. Seems to tolerate it more in my petting. So I'm going to flip the brush over again. So I'm going to use the other side just to see if there's a difference. So I think... Oh yeah, so there's still quite a bit of food left, but they're all under the balls at the moment. Let's say half the food's left still. So at some point I probably should actually try petting him with the glove. So your fur is looking good in the back. I think he hears a rustling with this other critter. Not sure what he's doing. You see the brush? So I got a knot there. So I think I got most of the nuts out. So yeah, I was hoping he would like the brushing. So I think he's, I don't know, liking it, but he's okay with it. There's a knot here. So the reason I wanted to do this with gloves was I didn't know how he was going to react, because I'm very vulnerable to him scratching or biting me at this point. So I wanted the gloves as precaution. But he's doing pretty good, so I probably didn't need the gloves. But I'm going to keep using the gloves for a while, because I never know with Scruffy. One day he's fine, and then another day he's skittish. So I'm trying to get a knot out. There's a piece of fur here that's catching. Sorry if the camera quality isn't great tonight. There's a lot of factors going on all at the same time here. So new glove, new brush, new food. So I'm going to pull the plate back a little. So it's closer to me. So I'm going to flip the brush over again. So I'm just looking at the kennel. It's getting close to done. So his furs never really looked so good. Because I thought he was more gray and dark. He actually looks brown now. It's unfortunate that I have to use wet cat food to keep him here. But yeah, he's tolerating the brush pretty well, all things considered. See the brush? So I wonder if I should try petting him. Would that just be too much for tonight? I'm gonna try petting him. Flip the glove. He's doing okay. So I'm using the brush again. There's a piece of chicken in his fur I was trying to brush out. So I got jeans on, so if he does swipe at me, also slightly protected. Like being brushed. So you got a piece of chicken on your eyebrow. So we'll see how he reacts tomorrow. But I'm hoping, yeah, he'll be resembling something closer to 2 weeks ago than what he's been doing. So I hope he'd be sitting a little closer to the door and a little faster to approach to eat the food and just happier disposition. So I'm gonna pet him a little bit. Put back in my glove. Use the brush. So it'd be awesome if you start purring as I was brushing him. So one of the early feral cat taming videos that I did find, a woman had a shower brush. That's where I got the idea from, with the shower brush that I have. And the moment she started brushing her feral, he started purring. And he just fell in love with it. Scruffy here, on the other hand, hated it. It was like it was worse than me petting him, I think. So this brush, however, I think he likes a lot more, or maybe hates a lot less is a better description. But the fact that he's kind of letting me brush him, I think, is a major win. So I need to grab the brush again. I'm losing my grip. The gloves are really hard to hold things. So there's a little bit of food left, so I'll let him finish that, and then I'll give him the skin and baby food. So I'm just gonna keep brushing him just for the socialization aspect at this point. Getting used to being handled. So if he's okay with me touching him in some way, that's a good thing. And so I think the rain's also helped clean his fur a little. So I guess I should try the cat bath soon. I won't try it tonight. That'll probably be too much. But maybe tomorrow. And I'll need the glove for that too, because he may not like it. And he'll hiss and bite and scratch. And I'll need the glove for protection. Okay? Good, Scruffy. So I think he's actually okay with me brushing him to some extent. Keeps moving the bowl. See if I can brush his leg a little. Actually, let me see if I can brush his tail. didn't have enough time. He moved. So he's almost out of food. So he's sniffing everything. So maybe he smells the cat pheromone. Maybe chicken. I'm not sure which. Okay. So I'm going to put the brush down. And I'm going to give him the chicken skin. Because you've been good, Scruffy. If you meow, it'll make me really happy. So I'm going to give him a big glob there. Be careful about the biting. So there's a I guess another thing I like about this glove is I don't have to worry about his abrasive tongue opening my wounds on my skin. I should have bought this a long time ago. I know it was on my list of things to buy, but I think I was trying to hit the shipping minimum, so it just sat there. And I kept buying things from non-Amazon, and ironically, I ended up buying these gloves from Walmart. Okay, I'm gonna get more. So I got a big mess there. Just trying to get under to get those pieces. So yeah, I was trying to pet him as he was going under. So he didn't like that so much. Gotta work on that, Scruffy. These gloves have kind of a weird stench to them. I'm not sure how to describe it. Okay, I'm gonna get some of the baby food, ease it up, I guess. Since he's done such a good job, I guess he gets a reward. And so yeah, I took a spoonful of baby food, put it into a cup, so I got more for the next couple days. I didn't know how much to use. And I think I have just enough for one more meal for chicken skin. So he's going to eat well tomorrow if he keeps staying good like this. Gonna be a good cat. Keep being good. So I'm gonna give him the. What should I give him? I'm gonna give him more of the baby food. Yeah, I guess I use up the baby food. I don't know, so I guess the last thing I should do is refill the little cup on the kennel with some of the remaining stuff that I got. So he'll brave the kennel one more time. But yeah, so I think it was yesterday, he was just, and yeah, the day before, he was just terrified to eat anything from my hands, and he was terrified to even look for my hands, and so now he's doing pretty good. So I hope that means we're making progress. Oh, no, 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 no biting, please. It's okay, but you can't bite. I'm going to give him more. But no biting. So I'm not sure how to train him properly to not bite. So I'm going to let him lick the skin bowl. Actually, let me get the grease on my glove first. I'll let him lick it off that, and then I'll give him the rest of the bowl. Legs going numb. I'm going to give him the rest of the bowl to lick here. I'm going to brush him. Yep, he ran away. Just going to brush him as he was licking the bowl. Probably should have just tried to pet him. Yeah, I'll just try to pet him. Put the brush down. So actually, I think I'm going to reload the cup in the kennel. So unfortunately, I think I need to put the phone down in order to do that. So I got a little bit of baby food and a little bit of the wet cat food and some bread in there too. So I'm thinking I will put that in the cup and then put it in the back of the kennel for him to try to get at. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna have to use both hands to scoop it. So I'm gonna have to put the phone down to do that. Hey, Scruffy, I'm gonna get up. Okay, I'm gonna let him lick the remains of what's on this stuff in my finger if he'll come back. There's a little bit of chicken on the table. Give him that too. Okay, so chicken. Still some. Yeah. Sorry, I stopped recording somehow. Must have hit a button. It's weird I ran out of space. But, no, we're still going. So anyway, I got a little more goo on my fingers. Baby food stuff there. I put the kennel door kind of closed all the way, but it's not locked. And you should be able to bump it with his paw or face to open it. I want to see if he's going to be able to do that. So I'm going to just leave it like that. But of course, he's eating so well now, he may not be motivated to come back. But there's still food here. So you want to finish up your food? Yeah, so this is why I still think I want to end the project. Because even on the good feedings, I'd hope we'd be further along. Because basically he only comes if he's hungry, and then he's out of here. And he keeps his distance all other times. So there are some days where I have a treat or something, he won't even get close to me, even if I throw him treats. And then I think the last time I tried, I threw him one treat, he ate it, and then ran off the deck, or not ran off, but he jumped off the deck. And I had more treats, and he just ignored him. So enjoy it, Scruffy, because this might be you're getting close to your last. Oh, it's coming back. So you can try to open the cage. So I'll check that in the morning. I'll lower my hand slowly. There's stuff to lick. And then I want to try to pet him if he goes for the ball. So he likes the baby food. So if I do extend this project a little bit longer with more wet cat food, by buying it, I might have to remember to pick up some baby food. So he's eating really well tonight. So I think I've given him too much food actually, because he had the baby food, he had the kibble, he had the chicken skin, and he had the wet cat food. So I'm going to try to pet him. Oh, he's letting me pet him. Thank you, Scruffy, for being good today. Instead of being a diva. So I'm trying not to mess him up too badly with that, since I just groomed him. But yeah, his fur looks, I think, better than it's ever looked.